In this question, we're told that the graph of the curve C with equation y equals f of x is transformed to give the graph of the curve S with equation y equals f of minus x minus 3. The point on the curve C with coordinates 7, 2 is mapped to the point Q on curve S, and we need to find the coordinates of point Q. Now what we know is that on the graph with equation y equals f of x, there's a coordinate 7, 2 that lies on this curve. Now y equals f of minus x minus 3 is a composite transformation, and so we can start with y equals f of minus x, and then we can minus 3. Now with y equals f of minus x, we have minus 1 inside the brackets. And now if there's a number inside of the brackets, this means that we're looking at the x coordinates. Now here's an important rule that we need to know about. The graph f of minus ax would mean that we have to multiply the x coordinates by the reciprocal of minus a. And so we'd end up multiplying the x coordinates by minus 1 over a. Now let's apply this rule to our situation. We have y equals f of minus x. Now inside the brackets we have minus 1. The reciprocal of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 over 1, which is equal to minus 1. And so using the rule that we highlighted in green, we can say that the graph of y equals f of minus x would mean that we have to multiply the x coordinates by minus 1 over 1. We have an x coordinate of 7, and so multiplying 7 by minus 1, we end up with minus 7. And so when we have the transformation y equals f of minus x, we end up with the coordinates minus 7, 2. But now we haven't quite finished this transformation, because we have the minus 3. Now the minus 3 is outside of the brackets, which means it involves the y coordinates. And so when we have y equals f of minus x minus 3, we have to take 3 away from the y coordinates. We have a y coordinates of 2, and 2 take away 3 is equal to minus 1. And so our new coordinates will be minus 7 minus 1. And so we've now found the coordinates of point Q, which is equal to minus 7 minus 1. Now this question is worth 2 marks. We get the first mark for finding the x coordinate of point Q, which we did by multiplying 7 by minus 1 to get minus 7. We get the second mark for finding the y coordinate of point Q, and we did this by subtracting 3 away from 2. 2 take away 3 is equal to minus 1, and so we found that the y coordinate of point Q is equal to minus 1. And so by finding that point Q is equal to minus 7 minus 1, we've achieved the full 2 marks needed in this question.